If you want to sell products online, do not blindly trust the first promotional ad that just pops up on your feed. When I started out, I fell for platforms that promised the world and delivered nothing but glitches and wasted time. The only way to know what actually works, build on them yourself. So I did. And today I'm breaking down the 3 absolute giants of e-commerce: Shopify, WooCommerce, and Magento. I'm going to share exactly what it's like to manage a business on each of these, where they fall short, and ultimately which one I pulled the trigger on for my own operation. Let's jump in.
A quick heads up, I have put affiliate links in the description for everything we're covering. If you use them, I do earn a commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel.
So the first platform I tried out was Shopify, and immediately after setting up an account, I noticed how simple and user-friendly it felt. Unlike some other platforms, Shopify is very straightforward to use. It's designed with simplicity in mind, makes it easy to set up and manage your online store, even if you're not a tech expert. Frankly speaking, I'm not tech savvy at all. I have no coding experience. But with the drag and drop feature, I was easily able to customize the design and layout of my online store without much technical skills. Now, I also noticed Shopify has a pretty useful app store, which is kind of like a marketplace where I was able to find various tools and features to enhance my store. From marketing apps to customer support tools and inventory management, you name it, there's a feature. And on top of all that, all of Shopify plans come with unlimited email forwarding, web hosting, unlimited bandwidth, and a CDN that lets you achieve optimal performance. What's more, I also noticed that Shopify provides a helpful analysis that gives me an overview of my sales and customer behavior. These tools help me improve my marketing strategies, which ultimately help me increase my sales. I also used their email marketing tools, which were really helpful in reaching new customers. But what about the pricing?
Unfortunately, Shopify isn't offering a free plan. Their basic plan costs about $19 a month annually.
All right, so one thing I really was worried about when starting out was drop shipping, but I can say Shopify does not disappoint me in this department. They even provided me with special shipping rates with carriers like USPS. Plus, Shopify also provided an option for shipping label printing and insurance per package as well. So all my shipments were protected against theft and damage. Okay, the last thing I appreciate about Shopify is when it comes to payments. Now, there are plenty of payment integrations that businesses can use along with Shopify's in-house one, but I did end up going with Shopify Payments itself. That just allowed me to accept credit and debit card payments without any need of a third-party payment processor. That's one less thing to spend time on, so I'm glad they provided me with it. What else can I say? Shopify keeps improving over time, and I think this is something that all platforms should work on. The user's needs are always evolving with changing circumstances, and it's very important for sellers to keep up with that pace. With the new improvements in Shopify, I can now get on-site testimonials, provide product comparisons to my customers, give audio uploads, and suggest purchase pop-ups. I am still a little skeptical about that pop-up feature. I understand some people like having it, but as a customer, I've always hated pop-ups. So for now, I have personally refrained from using it. But if you decide to check out Shopify as a whole, you can use the affiliate link down in the description. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but we might earn a small commission on it, and that really just helps out the channel. Sometimes there are even special deals there that you won't see if you go straight to their website. So it's worth taking a look. Anyway, the second platform I tried out was WooCommerce, mainly because, well, it's free. Other than being free, there is another appealing feature in that it lets you integrate with WordPress. I didn't have a WordPress account at the time, but I really wanted to see how it works, so I created a WordPress account just to try it out. And because I was new to WordPress, it had a little learning curve for me, but it'll be a lot easier for people who are already familiar with the software. Once I got the hang of it, I was easily able to transform my whole WordPress website into a full-fledged e-commerce store with just a couple of clicks. I really liked how I didn't have to spend money on licensing fees or subscriptions. And scalability, I think, is another thing that's easy with WooCommerce, because as your business grows and evolves, you need a platform that can keep up with your expanding needs. And WooCommerce provides that flexibility to businesses, allowing me to scale my e-commerce store effectively. Along with that, I also noticed with WooCommerce that I had access to an extensive library of plugins and extensions. So these add-ons enabled me to customize and enhance my store's functionality to suit my specific requirements. There's a plugin for basically anything that you could possibly imagine. At that time, my requirements weren't so clear and rigid, so it worked fine for me. But because I had to get a WordPress account, purchase hosting, get an SSL certificate, domain, I figured it wasn't the right option for my business. And also the learning curve was just slowing things down for me. So I moved on to Magento. What sets Magento apart from other platforms is their customization capabilities. I had full control over the design, layout, functionality, all of it over my e-commerce site. So whether it's customizing user interface or setting up specific payment gateways or integrating third-party applications, Magento gives you all the freedom you could possibly need to create a store according to your exact expectations. But it didn't really suit me in the long run because, like I said, I do not have a lot of technical expertise in this department. So if you don't have these skills required to modify Magento, it can be quite a bit difficult to navigate and scale your e-commerce store effectively. You gotta have that expertise or work with a skilled developer to leverage the full potential of Magento. So I would recommend it to people who are more technically inclined or who are willing to spend the money to work with a developer. And now you must have already got an idea of which platform I stuck with, and I'm still using it today. The platform has helped me reach new milestones in my business, but I'm not asking you to make the choice I made because obviously my business needs are different than yours. But if you do decide to check them out, you can use the affiliate link down in the description. Again, it doesn't cost you anything extra. Sometimes there are even some special deals there that you won't see if you go straight to their site, so it's worth taking a look. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, you can reach out using the email that I'll leave down in the description as well. And that's about it for today. Don't forget to share your experiences in the comments below if you're using any of these platforms so that others can benefit from your experience. And if you found this video helpful, click on the like and subscribe button for more. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.